Good morning, gorgeous people. Welcome to Rock Painting. Today we are going to do another dragonfly. I've just realized we've already done one this week, but this is another one. This is more of a profile look. The other one was more straight up and down. So this is side on. And this is the new Prussian Blue pen by Posca. So I'm just going around the outsides and giving it a bit of smush, just to create some colour for the background. And yeah, it's a really beautiful colour. It's only available in the 5M size at this point, and so far I've only seen it in Australia and UK. So everyone else is still waiting for it. Don't really know when it's going to appear, but I'm not going to complain because we've got the colours here in Australia and I'm pretty stoked about that. So just completely going around the outside and just smushing out that colour. Okay. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Okay, we're going to do the same thing that we normally do. We're going for one nice thin even layer. We've got the apple green pen again, so that's a nice one. It's got a real bit of a yellow tint to the green. So that's a really nice bright one to use on rocks, to when you're creating your kindness rocks. And if you have a look at your colour wheels, you can see that the green and the pink are complementary. They're totally opposite each other on the colour wheel, and that's really easy to choose tints of those two colours to add together. They work really nicely together. Okay, so just add some paint, colour in his wings. And it's like I couldn't resist doing another dragonfly this week. My little grandson, he popped in for a couple of days to stay with us. That my daughter lives like a 10-hour drive away, so they came down for a few days over Easter, and while he was here we were walking down the back stairs to go outside, and this really unusual ugly bug drove past. So here, just to keep you up to date, this is now 2 coats of colour. So I let the first coat dry and I added another thin layer, and that's where we're up to. So yeah, I was walking outside down the stairs, and this little bug, it was this short little stumpy black ugly thing, sort of flew past, and I was like, ooh, yuck. And Walt said, oh wow, look, it's a beautiful dragonfly. And it was just so sweet that, you know, and he was saying how lucky we were that we had this dragonfly living with us and all the rest of it, and started telling me this big long, he's a bit of a storyteller more than me. And yeah, I just got to figure out where I want the paint. Sometimes I talk too much, I'm not thinking about my painting, but I'm going to blend some colours up into the wings while we're chatting. But yeah, it just got me to thinking that it's just what we see in it. It was like, to him, he didn't see that ugly little stumpy bug. He just saw this beautiful dragonfly and was just like, wow, you're so lucky that you've got that dragonfly. And now every time I walk down the back stairs, I'm forever looking for that really ugly little stumpy black insect, whatever he is. But yeah, really sweet. So it's all in how we perceive things and how we carry on and act about it. But here I just wanted to blend a little bit of extra colour in, just to add to that. It sort of wasn't really sitting well with me, and I wanted to work that pink in the wings, and I wanted to work that in the background as well, but I wanted to chunk it up a little bit as well. It was just a little bit too fine, just adding some more colour into it. You can see when I created the eyes how I did 2 really quite thick layers, thick outlines to the eyes, and I didn't try to keep it thin at all. And that's the good thing about, you know, acrylic paint, is a good quality one is they're layerable. So you can see once I let that black dry on the eyes, I was able to bring my white and come back in and fill the eyes in. And at the same time, I started thinning down that black outline of the eyes. So you can see now that a lot of people colour the eye in white and try and get a thin line to go around the outside of the eyes with their pens, and it's pretty hard to do that. So just do it in the opposite direction. You know, paint the black lines in first and backfill it with the white and thin the black outlines down. You're just coming in and doing the outlines of his wings, and doing everything in white again today. Okay, come down. And just sort of keep scribbling that in until we get all the outside parts done. I'm just going to add a little bit of reflect of the white into the colours. You won't see it a lot on the pink, but just adding just a little touch of it still sort of brightens it up and gives it a little bit of sparkly shine to it as well. Okay. Pop his little legs in, and here we're just creating that beautiful little butterfly that dragonfly that my grandson saw. Give him some googly eyes. Dragonflies always have googly eyes. It's still a bit wet. I was going to go with the black eyebrows, but they didn't show up very well, so I went white. But you can see how I went over it at first and it was just too wet, so I shouldn't have done that. So I've just sort of smushed that around, adding a little bit of extra Prussian blue on top to sort of take away that bit of a mistake that I made, a bit of perfection, and I'll just wait for that to dry. So these are just little lines of movement. Let's see if it got, yeah, that'll do. There you go. Pop over to Reef Rock's free workshops. I can't wait to see your beautiful dragonflies.